Well, hello there, dear viewer. Before we start the clip, I just wanted to remind you that we have a brand new Critical Drinker and Critical Doggo plushies available to order through the merch store. You can buy them separately, or if you get both together, you'll get a 10% discount. They're only available for the next couple of weeks, so be sure to click the link in the description to reserve yours today. Anyway, enough of that, let's roll the clip.
One of the things I wanted to lead with, I suppose, is like the controversy that's blown up around Wicked.
Oh boy.
Which we're all excited to see. Honestly, it's funny because like this movie seemed to have like a pretty chill atmosphere around it. It wasn't like something like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs where there's loads of controversy. You know, actors have been saying really controversial things, or like people were really up in arms about the concept behind it. Seemed pretty okay. You know, the stage show's got like a huge worldwide audience. People seem to like the trailer more or less. They didn't seem too mad about it. And then some unfortunate person made the mistake of, just creating a slightly altered image that was going to, echo the stage show version. And I'll see if I can bring it up here just so people can see it. Because it makes for an interesting contrast. So here, if I share.
But isn't it based on the poster for the theatre?
Yes, it is. So if you see this one here, you've got the theatre poster, which is, I think, pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
I kind of talked about it at length in my video, so I won't bore you again with it here. But like, I think it tells you quite a bit about the show, or it suggests quite a few things about this character. And like, you've got that kind of knowing smile there. You can't see her eyes. She's kind of mysterious. It's like she, this shows in on a little secret, and it wants the audience to learn about it as they go as well, which is kind of cool. Then you get the version that we got, which is here, which again, I'll show you. And it's... Oh, no, not that one. It's this one.
Contact support.
It just takes for some reason it takes ages to load up. Anyway, so this is like the actual poster that they've got, and spot the difference. Like, there's no smile there. You can see her eyes. She's just kind of staring blankly at the camera. Like, it just feels like a bit of a weird, nondescript poster. Mm-hmm. So
very different vibe to the original.
Yeah, and like you can kind of understand why people might think, we can maybe do it better. So what did they do here?
It looks like it's the Captain Marvel, version of expression. This is happy. This is sad. This is angry.
Oh, she's had Botox.
Yeah. So if I show you that, like, what they edited it to,
maybe she's whispering to her what she needs to do to get casted. Because you just go into a room, there's a couch there. Close your eyes.
You're gonna just you're gonna be required to do things. Okay, just don't think about it. So yeah, they brought it in more in line, which I don't think is unreasonable. I think it makes it a bit more interesting. You got the little smile there. You got the red lips now. Hit the eyes.
It's better.
Yeah, I think it works pretty well. And I don't get the impression that this was done like out of malice or resentment or anything like that. It was just a fan who was messing around with the image. Went viral, and the main actress did not react too well to it. Where is our text here?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I can show you the image as well. It's kind of I don't know.
Well, the problem is that she's a fan. That was the first mistake she made, because that's one thing they despise is fans.
Definitely.
Yeah. So here it is here. So she took to Instagram to talk about it. So yeah, this is the wildest, most offensive thing I've seen, equal to that awful AI of us fighting, equal to people posing the question, is your whatever green? None of it's funny. None of this is cute. It degrades me. It degrades us. The original poster is an illustration. I'm a real life human being who chose to look right down the barrel of the camera at you, the viewer, because without words, we communicate with our eyes. Our poster is a homage, not an imitation. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me, and that is just deeply hurtful.
Oh boy.
What's she saying with her eyes? Help.
This is
with her eyes, she's saying nothing.
This is insane.
It's completely blank.
lost your fucking mind. Well, couldn't I say, what's the name of the girl on the right? Isn't it Ariana
It's
Grande?
Ariana Grande, yeah.
So couldn't I say you erased her by not letting us see her eyes in your poster? You know, what is this insanity? You can see the intention from looking at the original poster. They're not trying to get rid of you. Like, it's just trying to match it. That's all. Why have you lost your mind? Well, how is this the most offensive thing you've ever seen? What the fuck?
I just think somewhere right now, Rachel Zegler is like, perfect. Someone else has taken the heat.
Finally.
The baton has been passed to a new asshole.
It's like to what Mueller said. If this is the most wildly offensive thing you've seen on the internet, boy.
But what a cushy life you've lived. If
She was scrolling. It was just cat pictures, cats, this. And then she's
Sunsets,
like, wow.
Oh my God. What is this? But yeah, I just think, what's a hill to die on? Because I'm sure there's other things that she's seen that she perhaps could have reacted to. Like, I'm sure somewhere out there, like someone's posted racist crap at her or whatever. And she might have like bit back at this, but like this obviously went viral, and that's why it went to her. Like that's why it came to her attention. But I just thought, what a hill to die on! Someone who just kind of made an innocent poster and they didn't mean anything by it, really. And what does it make you look like? Just this weird, spoiled, entitled arsehole that like now everyone dislikes. When you didn't have to do this, this wasn't a fight that you needed to pick.
I find this kind of mindset, it is kind of predator-like, where you're scanning for racism, and it's like a one-drop rule. If you can even infer racism in the tiniest of aspects, you're going to cling on to that with your life and now define everything around it. It doesn't matter what the intent was. It doesn't matter, whether the person's a fan, whether the person's excited. It's the immediate assumption is you have wounded me greatly with your racism, and now I am the victim in this story. And
like the 18th
and how
century,
dare you?
Sir, have wounded me.
Yeah.
I challenge you to a duel.
I am wounded.
Sometimes I wonder if
Frasier at this point.
She saw it and she was like, "Can I?" And she's talked to the agent like, "Can I claim racism on this?" And they're like, "Yes, you can. Yes, go for it." They're like, "Yes, I'm going for it. I'm writing up the thing."
But like Rachel Zegler comes in and goes, "Right, you've been given a tweet saying, 'Oh, I prefer Snow White looking like this. Go.'" And she goes, "I'd call him a racist. I'd do this." And you go, "Yes, you're hired." It's gotta be.
The thing is, right, this kind of reaction is what I would expect if the movie was getting terrible press and like everyone was raging about it and it was set up to fail. Like the kind of reactions that we saw with The Acolyte, once it became obvious that it was a complete flop. But why do this to a movie that's actually set up to be quite successful and is probably going to do okay? It just seemed like such a strange move. And like the people at Universal's PR department must be tearing their hair out with this. I don't know. Thinking, oh my God, what do we do to fix this?
I feel like us, being random people who at times are so drunk they can't even see straight, would actually suggest to her much better alternatives, which would be something like, "Oh, that's sweet. A fan took the thing and made that. That's cool. I get it." Just wanted to say, obviously, our version, it was like we were trying to take it in a different direction. We wanted the character to stay, to give like a sense of whatever. I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with the story to make up a reason, but you could totally have said, in a sense, trying to defend the version you have while celebrating the old one and being chill with a fan work and being like, "It's neat. You guys interacting with it. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, bye. I'm not here to piss you off like everyone else always fucking is."
Yeah, exactly. It was like, it's such an easy win. Like, hey, good stuff. Look at here's our original poster for comparison or whatever. Looking forward to seeing you guys at the movie theater in a few weeks when it releases. Easy.
And I don't even think that there's room for anyone to actually disagree with her, right? Like Ariana Grande was also asked about the situation, and she made it more about AI. She said, AI is a concern, and these things are complicated, and this is so much. I think she said kind of the right thing, which is like, this is.
Oh God, that's nightmare fuel right there. I'm gonna post it.
AI is going to take over, clearly.
The AI that they produced for this is quite funny, actually.
It's probably better than the actual movie.
Yeah.
I like the idea of Skynet is like, "I'm going to get him with this. I'm going to make him. I'm going to sow discontent."
But it's like, also, how do you not just find this kind of funny? But
I like how shocked she is.
yeah. But
Like, what did she say to her?
she thinks this is racist too. This is offensive as well. I don't understand. It's just a joke. Why?
Now, there might be some 3D chess going on, but really bad. Because she might be going, right, I'll jump some controversy. I might try to like get my name out. Because Rachel Zegler tried that when West Side Story was coming out. She was saying, oh, white people won't like it. Like, we shouldn't have subtitles because it's racist or whatever, some shit. But the problem is, she's not established enough to do that yet. Because that only works when you've already got like a brand behind you. You can start saying shit.
I would have thought as well, like, because I can sort of, with Rachel Zegler, understand like why she would just say really inappropriate things or like get a bit too full of herself or whatever on the red carpet and say all this stupid stuff about her movie. Because she was, what, 22, 23? Like, super young. This girl who plays Elphaba is like 37, I think. Like, she's of an age where she should know better than this. Like, she might not necessarily be super familiar with being famous and all the attention that comes with it, but like, you would have a level of maturity, you would think, where you just would have a bit more restraint and a bit more self-awareness.
Hey, Mark Hamill is what, in his 60s, and he's using his dead friend to promote the president that he wants. So
That is true, yeah.
I think a lot of these people are locked in echo chambers that are just propping them up and, you know, telling them that whatever they believe is correct. And I think it's a dangerous business if you are part of that circle to disagree with someone who says, hey, this is racist, because you're going to get absolutely piled on by everybody else who's a robot who believes the same thing and says, no, this is erasure of Black women. And how do you even stand up to people who are that inflammatory about it, that it's something as simple as fan art can be, that terrible to them?
Well, we all thought Justin Bieber was a naughty boy, but unfortunately, he had a very abused childhood.
It would have seemed so. To reference the point you made, Baggage Claim, about the Ariana Grande was brought into this. She, her response ended up being all about the AI, but I wanted to read some of it out to you because, my God, it's like a kid being asked to give a report on a book that they haven't read. It's like, listen to this, right? So this is our response to all this. I think it's very complicated because I find AI so conflicting and troublesome sometimes. But I think it's just kind of such a massive adjustment period. This is something that is so much bigger than us, and the fans are going to have fun and make their edits. I have so much respect for my sister Cynthia, and I love her so much. It's just a big adjustment period. It's so much stimulation about something that's so much bigger than us. It honestly sounds like a fucking AI responded there.
I feel like it's
AI
the most
in the room with you, Ariana.
I feel like it's the most careful, like, PR, like, don't offend anybody, don't offend your Black co-star, don't offend the fans, like, kind of response. But it doesn't actually, it's no meat to it at the end of the day, like you're saying.
She should have just said, things are indeed happening.
Yeah, it's basically that. It's like,
we live in a difficult world.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's like, isn't that the problem? It's like they keep using the same talking points and they repeat themselves so often that the AI is not that smart. It's just repeating what you guys keep repeating.